What up, y'all? We back with another one. And today we talking about 3 ways to overcome fear. So the first one, I say start doing spontaneous things. Start doing things like more so on a whim, like that you don't have to think about. Be more spontaneous. Say, I'm gonna go on a trip today and don't do too much planning, just go. I've been scared before. Everybody's been scared before. And the best way I found that I overcame fear was just by throwing myself into things, just jumping in. Some days you just gotta jump in. Just like when you put your toe in the pool and the pool feels so cold and you stick your foot in, you like, ooh, that's too cold. But what you gotta do is you gotta just jump in. You know what I'm saying? That being spontaneous and just jumping in, that's the best way for you to overcome fear, because after you do that, you'll start to realize, man, whatever it was that you was thinking about, it really was nothing. Once you finally just jump in that pool, the water feel good. It may be cold for a little second and then you get used to it and then you have a fun day in the pool. So it's important for you to start doing spontaneous things and getting used to the feeling of throwing yourself into things. At the beginning, of course, it's not going to be easy, but that's just something that you're going to have to work on. That's one way that I found worked for me, was just jumping in, getting used to being uncomfortable. You know, everything's not always going to be perfect. So start being more spontaneous and that'll definitely help you overcome your fear. Number 2, now it's going to sound crazy, but you got to remember, you're going to die anyway. So whatever you're scared of in this moment, you're going to die anyway. So when you're dead, this little thing that you're stressing and worrying about right now, when you're dying or dead, it's going to be minuscule. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be so small, it's not even going to matter. So you have to remember, at the end of the day, you're going to die anyway. So whatever it is that you're scared of, it's only going to be like a pinch. It's not going to hurt that bad in the grand scheme of things. So that's something that I try to keep in the back of my mind every day. No matter what I'm doing, if there's anything that I'm scared of, I try to remind myself, like, Zay, you're going to die one day. And you're going to wish, when you're on your deathbed or that moment where you're about to die, you're going to wish that you went and did whatever it was that you wanted, instead of letting fear overcome you and you letting that be a determining factor whether you do it or not. You just have to go do it. So keep that in the back of your mind. Like, your time here is limited. You're not going to live forever. Life is really short. So you want to make sure that you're doing exactly what it is that you want. And number 3, focusing on the outcome that you want as opposed to focusing on what you don't want. And I would say with this, think about basketball. Like, every time you shoot a jump shot, if you tell yourself, nah, you're probably going to miss every shot. So think about that. When you're doing anything in life, you think about that like you're shooting a basketball. Oh yeah, this going in. So whatever it is that you're doing, you have to have the mindset of, this is going to work. This is going in. Don't think about the outcome you don't want, because you're attracting that to you. When you thinking about, like I said, I'm gonna keep using the illustration of basketball. When you're thinking about this shot's going in and everything, you're doing everything right because you know this shot gonna go, then more than likely you're gonna make that shot. And you just keep repeating that over and over again. Repetition is what's gonna get you there, because you're knowing every time you shoot that basketball, okay, I know I gotta shoot it this way, to the point where you don't even have to think about that anymore. So everything you do is gonna become a habit. So just like now, like, you're not gonna be fearful of things because A, you did some repetition, you had some practice. B, you're training your mind to think whatever I'm doing is going to work. It's a process. You have to build up knowing that you're gonna do exactly what you want to do. Just remember that. Focus on the outcome that you want. You don't think about the outcome that you don't want, because you're gonna bring that outcome to you. That's skateboarding. If you think about falling, you're gonna fall. You gotta think about landing the trick. You don't want to think about the outcome that you don't want. Focus on exactly what you want. Visualize yourself getting the outcome that you want. Imagine that basketball going in the hoop. Imagine you landing that trick. Imagine you getting the money that you want. Focus that in your head. One thing to remember, every day is an internal battle. You have to decide if you're going to win. You have to decide if the person you are striving to be is going to beat the old you. Are you going to be better today than you were yesterday? Are you going to allow things from the past to affect the trajectory of your life? Those things are trying to keep you in the past, keep you in that negative state of mind. Every day you have to keep shedding off those old ways.